Hey everyone! So I'm back. I'm making more tutorials for you guys, and I'm really sorry that I've been away, but I've just had a crazy couple of months. I've been doing loads of projects. I've been working on Java MP3, if you remember it. I'm launching it again soon. I will post a video about that later on, but I'm back and I'm making more tutorials. Okay, so the first tutorial that I'm doing now is a CSS introduction. We've talked about CSS in the past and we've gone through some tutorials, but I'm going to get you back to basics, and we're going to be working up on CSS, and we're going to be really focusing on it. Now, what is CSS and what can it do for you? Okay, well, number one, CSS stands for Cascade Style Sheets. It's a really simple, quick and effective way of styling HTML elements. CSS on its own can't really do a lot. Obviously, with HTML, it can really style your page and your website designs nicely. It can eliminate so many random, pointless elements, for example, the font element. Now, you can either implement CSS internally into the HTML web page, or you can have external CSS. There are different advantages and disadvantages to each one, but in these tutorials I'm going to be showing you how to do it externally, because for website developers who've got lots and lots of different elements that they want to style, external is a lot easier. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to open up Notepad. I'm just going to shift it into the center of the screen, and I'm going to quickly resize it. Right, so now that we've got Notepad opened up, we're going to create some simple HTML. So obviously we've got to start with the HTML tag, followed by the head, title, and you can put whatever you want in here. So this page includes CSS styling. Close the title tag, and now here is where we do something a bit different. We do link, and this is to connect the CSS page. So link rel equals style sheet. And then we do href equals, and this is the title, so style.css. This is that's what it is. And then we're going to close the head, and we are going to now open the body, of course. Now inside the body we're going to do something a bit different. We're going to add div tags. So we're going to do div class equals. Now for this I'm going to call this the header. So type in header, and then in here I'm going to close the div tag, and then in between the two div tags I'm going to put what I want for the header. So this is where the header text is styled. There we go. And now we're going to open up a new div class. And again, you can call these whatever you want. It doesn't have to be header or main, but I'm going to call these header and main for this. So this is the main text with CSS styling. And then again, close the div class. And finally, I'm going to add one last one, and as I said, you can add as many as you want, and you can call them anything, but I'm going to call these header, main, and footer. So I've made the footer one. I'm going to enter the text. So this is the footer, and for this I'm going to add a copyright symbol in front of it. And to do this, you do and copy and 2011. And you can do whatever you want, but that's just to add the copyright symbol, because that often appears on the footer. And then again, close the footer on the div, and then close the body, and then close the HTML. So there we go, we've got our simple HTML page sorted out. Press File, Save As. I'm going to save it to the desktop, and we are going to save it as, we're going to just title this one index.html. Again, you can call it whatever you want, but remember to have .html at the end of it. So now we've got this, we're going to open this up in Google Chrome, which is the default one for an HTML file. It's going to open up Google Chrome. We're going to double click on it, and I'm just going to show you. So there we go, fairly basic. It's got the title, the 3 bits of code, and obviously they're all the same, and there's no styling there. It's just basic Times New Roman, and it's fairly dull. So now it's time to open a new Notepad document, and again I'm going to resize this, and this is where the CSS styling comes into play. We're going to do this, we're going to start with the body tag. Now CSS styles the elements, so obviously we've got the body element in there. Now usually you can do enter and then shift, or you can just enter it there. You can do whatever's easiest for you as long as it's in those tags. Different people have different ways of formatting it, so I'm just going to do it in there, simple and easy and effective. So everything I put in here will format the whole page. So I'm going to do font-family :equals Arial, close brackets. I'm going to save this to the desktop again. It must be to the desktop where the HTML file is, and I'm going to save this as style.css, which is what I called it earlier in the link ref, if you'll remember. And as you can see, it will default open with Dreamweaver. So that's done. So we're going to open up Index quickly, and as you can see, it's already changed the font to Arial. So everything inside the body is going to everything inside the body is formatted to an Arial text, and as you can see, body is the whole thing. So everything in here will format everything on the web page, or the web page is connected to the CSS style sheet. So again, we can add whatever we want in here. So we're going to add another thing now. We're going to do font size, and we are going to change this to 24 pixels. Now obviously that's quite big. We're going to press File, Save, open it up in Google Chrome again, and as you can see, the font size has enlarged. Everything inside the body has enlarged with the font size. And you can do literally, you can format a whole body right in here. And I'm going to now add a colour. So the colour I'm going to make it is a light grey. So 999999, File, Save. And if I go and refresh, there you go, the font has turned a light grey. Okay, so moving on, it's time to style the each div individually. Now you remember the first one I called was header. Now if you've got custom ones in the div, custom classes like header, the first thing you want to do is you want to put a dot there. Now this signifies to the CSS that it's not a standard tag in HTML, and then and that's fine. So dot, and then for this case it's header. And again, I'm going to do font weight bold, and I'm going to do text decoration and underline. And I'm going to close this now, and I'm going to press File, Save, and only the header should have. As I refresh it, there you go. The header is now bold and it's underlined. And we can add as much formatting into this as we want, and it will only change everything between the divs that are on the header. So we're going to change the colour now. We're going to change it to 00 FF AA. I've got no idea what that colour is, but File, Save, press refresh, and there we go. It's a nice aqua colour. That was a good guess. And you can format any of these in any way you want. So we're going to keep formatting now. So we're going to do text. We're going to close that one first. I forgot to do that. Now we're going to do. You can add pretty much anything. I'm sure you can find lists on Google of different formatting you can do. So text align, text dash align equals center. File, Save, refresh, and ta-da! The text has gone into the center of the page. Now you'll notice in between the text there is no gap really. It goes straight from the header to the main. So we can change this now, again in CSS. This is how powerful the CSS formatting is. We are going to now add padding dash bottom, so the padding underneath the header text, to 20px. Press File, Save, refresh, and as you can see there is now spacing. There's padding of 20 pixels below the header, which is really good, and as I said, it's really powerful. So now we're going to go on to format the main. Again, open this up. We're going to start by doing the font size. We're going to change the font size a bit now on this unique tag. We're going to change it to 14 pixels, and the color we're going to do is a dark gray. So 333333, and again text align center. File, Save, and we're going to go back to Google Chrome, refresh, and as you can see, it's in the center and it's 14 pixels and it's a dark gray, almost a black. Now to finally format the footer, again enter, and footer, we're going to do the font size even smaller on this one because obviously the footers are usually small, so 10 pixels, and a color we're going to do again a dark grey, so 6 threes, and then text align once again center. And we're now going to do some padding again, so padding bottom, and we're going to add 50 pixels of padding here, so 50px, and then File, Save, press refresh, and as you see, the footer has now appeared with 50 pixels of padding beneath the main. And that is really an introduction into CSS. That's how to start CSS styling. More video tutorials coming up soon on how to really format your web pages and your website designs with CSS. Thanks for watching, guys. As ever, don't forget to rate, comment, favourite, and of course subscribe. Bye for now.